Commissioner Robinson-Paul.
Good evening, afternoon. My name is Joyce Robinson-Paul, and I'm the ANC Commissioner for 5E05, located in the Shaw Truxtun Circle area of Washington, D.C. First, let me say, as we celebrate the 152nd anniversary of D.C. emancipation this week, I am very annoyed that the city planners do not understand that that involves the citizens and that we are free and we should be planning our own communities with the government, not the government planning our city, and we get a 1,000-page document once they've put it together. Intrusive government policies suggest that public servants know what's best for tax-paying citizens. That should not be the case. Office of Planning has failed the citizens of my neighborhood and also many other neighborhoods. Your policies defy common sense. In October 2013, the D.C. Office of Planning made public for the first time a printed version of a 1,000-page document that they called the Zoning Regulation Rewrite. OP has not exhausted or reported on the interrelatedness of the ZRR changes, which represent major zoning policies that impact our streets, parking, traffic, lighting, air, and public utilities, infrastructure, and affordability. We have a situation where we have the inclusionary zone program, which does not include our low and moderate income residents. Most of our residents who have applied for housing under the 10% inclusionary program, which every developer should be participating in, have not received adequate housing. We have 400 homeless families over at DC General as we spend millions and millions of dollars on zoning rewrites. Why can't somebody zone that area a safe place for our children and families? Why don't they have a playground? Why don't they have all of the amenities that they need? This city is off course, and I would suggest that there must be immediate abandonment of the zoning rewrite review. Instead, city planners should retain the existing zoning regulations and collaboratively work directly with each unique DC neighborhood to selectively amend and update the code. While the DC Comprehensive Plan does call for revisions and updating of the current zoning code, it does not call for a complete overhaul of DC's current zoning regulations, which clearly has not inhibited the district's growth or redevelopment. And basically what I'm saying is the city is booming in redevelopment. Why all of a sudden we have a 1,000-page document that many of the citizens and ANCs, you have so many ANCs in the city, 286, and only a few are here today. And the gentleman spoke about the civic associations not getting information. A lot of times the ANCs don't get information. So I'm asking that they just abandon this, this zoning rewrite review, and let's work with this collectively over this next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Ms. Armstead?
My name is Commissioner Kay Armstead, and I'm in 8E. Ward 8 is under siege. We're being bombarded by developers. They're coming at us at all and changing our community at an alarming rate. It's the old saying, urban renewal, poor folks removal. There are a lot of families that are going to be displaced and loss of housing. Families and people are going to be on the street because the developers are not trying to accommodate the poor. Move them in and move them out. It seems to be a phase that nobody seems to be concerned about. Ward 8 has not reached the income mean area of 80%. So nobody's trying to lower that so that those who are making $8 an hour still have to have some place to stay. And that does not seem to be what's happening in this new development or this new boom that is going on in Ward 8. The Congress Heights project is one of them. Highland Dwellings has gone. Berry Farms is another one. And now anybody who's willing to do private partnership that can turn their money over, they're also moving the people out of their houses. The homeowners who stuck it out and stayed and didn't do the urban flight are not being, they're being pushed out as well because our property taxes are going down and our assessments are down. But yet and still we stayed here, but what we're getting is being kicked out of our views. Tall condos are coming. We are having now to be assessed for the pollution, air pollution, excessive traffic, congestion, and nobody's taking any of that in consideration. The streets that were already put in place many years ago are not going to accommodate all of the traffic that's going to ascend on our community. Plus, those who are coming in, the high prices that the people, like I said, cannot afford, there's no affordability in cost of housing. So when you say affordability, affordable to who? Families who are being put out cannot afford to come back, and then they're not going to have their opportunities. This is a tale of two cities, the haves and the have-nots, but we are being pushed further and further out. We want the same consideration that they gave to Georgetown, that OPM came, that Office of Planning came. They looked at each community. They decided what would be protected and what was important to those in each unique community. And I think we should have the same as well. And that's what I just wanted to tell the zoning that we got. To review this process in such a short period of time, we need more time. I'm a new ANC. I need more time. There's a lot of that information I did not understand. And even after reading it several times, I still needed somebody to guide me through it to help me get a better understanding as to how I'm going to serve my community before I make these decisions. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.